I remember Rome wasn't built in a day, but neither was it destroyed in a day. It's all slow, incremental process that actually leads to either progress or decline. So make sure you're on the progress side because naturally you are declining. Your body is declining. So how do we reverse the eating habits? Hi, my name is Moe Ghias. Essentially, I'm a kid who's obsessed with winning. Hello. Welcome to Healthy Systems Podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Coach Moe, and today's topic is very on top of mind, and I know is going to help a lot of you. Based on the data and the feedback I get on this podcast, a lot of us are between the age of 25 to 50. So it makes a lot of sense to cover this topic, which is 5 reasons you gain weight after the age of 25. And I'll actually tell you 5 reasons, and then I'll also tell you how to reverse each one. So as you age, it doesn't mean you gain more fat, doesn't mean your health declines. It doesn't have to happen that way, right? You can age gracefully. You can get older gracefully. So a lot of the time when I talk to clients, they often tell me, they're like, man, Mo, I was in great shape until this age, until 25, until 30. And then suddenly I've been gaining weight. And I promise I didn't eat more. I've been eating similar foods, but I've just been putting on weight year after year. And this happens a lot with my female clients or people or women in general. Guys too, a lot of guys, but I feel like guys, they end up processing it very differently. For guys to focus on fitness, things have to get really bad. Like they have to go through a divorce or something traumatic for them to be like, man, I let my health go. Whereas women, I think you guys have generally a lot more awareness around this. So, which is a very, very good thing. So today, let's talk about that, right? So you ever feel like your metabolism just isn't the same as 25? And is that something that's just in your head or is that for real? Well, the answer is it is for real. It is 100% real. As we get older, what happens is our metabolism starts slowing down. Our body burns less calories as we get older, but also our bone density goes down. And so does a lot of other metabolic processes in our body. So unless we reverse them, unless we take action, these deliberate actions to reverse them. So the weight that you could easily burn off in your early 20s, it just sticks around longer now, right? And you're not just imagining it. It's not just in your head. It is for real. So today, let's break down 5 key reasons why people start gaining weight after 25 and exactly how to reverse them. So you can actually stay lean, you can actually stay strong, and you can actually stay energized for years to come. And this is also very special because 2 weeks ago, one of our new clients, she's a physician assistant. She's a mom of 3. And she joined and she's like, man, Mo, I'm not like ever since I joined the program, like I just feel way more focused and I feel like I have more energy than I ever had before. And this generally, like when we talk about personal training, nutrition coaching, and how we coach our clients at Training with the Titans, I don't really highlight that benefit of having more energy generally because I feel like it doesn't speak to people as much. But imagine having more energy while still losing weight, while, not having to starve yourself to get into your older clothes. So at the end of the day, the purpose of healthy systems is actually teach you how to do things in a healthy way. You don't have to starve yourself to lose weight. You don't have to do crazy restrictive stuff, right? If you are truly a listener of healthy systems, healthy means something that is energizing. Healthy is something that is sustainable, that is long-term, because there's no point in doing something that is super sprint, like super focused, and then you burn out, right? Life doesn't work like a sprint. Life is more like a marathon. So that's why when it comes to healthy systems, I want this to be a sustainable thing for you in the long run. So number 1, sorry, I got sidetracked as this topic hits home. Like these are the conversations I have every single day. So the number 1 reason that, I talked about 5 key reasons why people start gaining weight. The number 1 reason out of those 5 is your metabolism slows down. So as you age, your metabolism naturally declines. So you burn fewer calories at rest, and muscle loss speeds up the process, right? So think about it. You're burning fewer calories, your muscle mass is going down, and that's happening every year. That's happening every year after the age of 25. And by 30, this is going to blow your mind. By 30, most people burn 100 to 200 fewer calories per day than in their early 20s. So even if you're eating the same amount of calories, same amount of food, same types of food, you will be storing more fat in your 30s as compared to in your 20s. And that's every day. Let me repeat it. By age 30, most people burn 100 to 200 fewer calories than they do in their 20s. So no, it's not that you're You're not imagining this, right? Your body is actually going to be storing more fat. Your muscle mass is going down. Bones are getting weaker and you're burning fewer calories per day as opposed to when you were 20. So here's how you can reverse it. Write this down. How are we going to reverse this thing that is stacked against you, right? Number one way to reverse it is I want you to strength train, do some form of resistance training 2 to 3 times a week to maintain your current muscle mass that is naturally going down, but also to build some more muscle mass. Muscle is your best currency when it comes to longevity. Okay. So strength train 2 to 3 times a week. Number two, I want you to increase your protein intake. Okay. Be more intentional about eating more protein rich foods because protein rich foods will support the muscle retention. So the muscle that you already have, the protein rich foods that you eat is actually going to help retain that, but it's also going to help build more muscle as you continue to train 2 to 3 times a week. Number three, I want you to stay active. So just like you can, if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, you can see that I'm walking on my stepper here in my office. So this is my standing desk and I have a walking pad underneath. And I generally, when I have a lot of meetings, I can take all of them while walking. And generally that ends up being 4 to 5 hours of walking every day, right? And that's super good way to increase my NEAT. What is NEAT? Well, NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Long word, but all it means is the calories that you burn throughout your day that is not exercise. So it's not exercise. Okay. So I'm going to go train later. That's one, 30 minutes to an hour workout. But the other, 15 hours that I'm awake, what am I doing? So if you live a very sedentary life, maybe you're on your office desk all the time, maybe get a standing desk and find ways to walk, or maybe every hour go for a 5-minute walk. That's another good way to do it. So number one, yes, your metabolism is slowing down. By the time you're 30, you're going to be burning 100 to 200 less calories than when you were in your 20s. Number two, hormonal changes. So what happens at the age of 30 is, or as you get older, your hormones change and they lead to more fat storage. So hormones like testosterone, growth hormone, estrogen, they shift as you age, which is making it easier to store fat and harder to build muscle. What a losing what a losing streak we're on here because there's so much stacked against you. And I don't think people realize that. They think they're just going to get healthy if they wait another year. My God, nothing's going to happen. I'm telling you, your body's actually declining year after year, month after month. Like here, you can tell these hormones are going to change. 25, 30, like if you're unhealthy, even at 25, guess it's going to be even faster decline, right? I see so many people that are, over 200 pounds when they should be 140, 150 pounds. If you're already overweight and you're 25, 26 years old, guess what's happening to your hormones? Testosterone, estrogen, growth hormone. As you age, they're going to keep storing more fat and keep making it harder to gain muscle. So then you're going to give up a lot easier because you're like, Mo, I'm not losing weight as fast. Well, it's like your body, all the years of neglect is catching up now. So remember, another thing, we did a podcast episode on cortisol. Cortisol is another stress hormone that that plays a big role. So as we age, cortisol increases, which leads to belly fat. So if you notice that as you're aging, belly fat keeps going up, even if you're starting to make better food choices, well, it's because the inner hormones are fighting against you at this point. So here's how to reverse it. Write this down. Okay. So the first one was metabolism slows down. And I gave you 3 ways to reverse it. Second one was hormone changes leading to more fat storage. And now I'm going to show you how to reverse it. Number one, I want you to prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Okay. Take magnesium. It's a very good supplement, glycinate, very good supplement that might help you sleep better if you're struggling with sleep. That's number one. Number two, manage your stress through meditation, walking, praying, deep breathing, going on walks, being in the sun, right? Going outside, getting some vitamin D, etc. And then you can also do this where if you feel like your hormones are just fighting against you and it's very debilitating, I would get blood work done. You can talk to your doctor. You can even get blood work. There's so many great companies now that can do blood work outside of what the medical panels would cover. And you can just pay for it. They're not usually that expensive and they can give you your hormone profiles. Okay. And then you can be like, okay, like hormones have definitely changed. Kind of gives you further validation. I'm a big believer in what you focus on grows. Okay. So if you don't focus on your health will continue to not grow. So if you start focusing on your health and your metrics and your panels and all of these things, you'll start growing in your health. And that's why I think one of the best part is when clients hire us for fitness coaching and nutrition coaching and accountability coaching at Training with the Titans, they have actively made a decision. They made a vote for their health. So now their health becomes a priority in their head. And we bring the best expertise and years of excellent experience of 10 years. And boom, they start getting faster results because they are focusing on it. But you focus on growth. Versus if you keep neglecting it, things keep getting worse, right? Number 3, as you get older, guess what happens? You move less than you think, okay? Busy work schedules, writing the corporate letter, businesses, running a business, making your business more successful. It's going to lead to more busy work schedule, long commutes. And as we get older, we have children, spouses, families, right? Life responsibilities increase. So as we get older, we move less than we think, right? And nowadays, it doesn't help that we have our phones and everybody's addicted to a longer screen time and looking at our screens. So that leads to a more sedentary lifestyle without even realizing it. So less movement equals fewer calories burned equals fat gain, right? You're gaining fat. So how to reverse it? Number 1, set a daily step goal. 8,000 to 10,000 steps, depending on where you're at right now. At times, I would even be happy if you're not getting many steps in right now. I would be happy if you can aim for 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day. That's about half an hour to an hour of walking, and you can, make it happen at home, or you can have an Apple Watch, Fitbit, I have a Garmin, I have an Oura Ring, just because I'm a nerd about this stuff. But you can get some kind of you can even use your iPhone, put your iPhone in your pocket, walk, and the iPhone will keep track of how many steps you're getting. So look at where you're at. Take baby steps from there, but step goals will definitely help you move more, right? Because already at the age of 30 and after 25, you're moving less than you think you are. Number 2, you can take standing breaks. So if you have a, office job or you're constantly sitting on your computer on the keyboard typing, take standing breaks every 30 to 60 minutes, right? That will help you a lot. Just getting up is good for the body, right? And then find active hobbies. Like hiking. A lot of our clients go on hiking with their spouses, with their families. A lot of our clients bike. A lot of our clients play sports, things like that. You can do that. Actually, not a lot of clients play sports, just because a lot of the Muslim clients that we coach, they didn't grow up playing sports. But overall, you can totally get into hiking. A lot of them do hike. A lot of them do bike. So active hobbies can definitely help you. Even something like golf, it's relaxing. You can walk a lot, etc. And then number 4. So we've talked about your metabolism slows down after 25. Hormone changes start leading to more fat storage. You're moving less than you think. And I gave you ways to reverse it. Number 4, this might be one of those episodes, everybody, that you might need to listen to twice, because I know I'm covering a lot, and each one, I don't know which one might be your issue. Maybe your metabolism is slowed down. Maybe your hormones are out of whack. Maybe you're not moving as much as you think. So take notes, and then you can easily do this. Sometimes when I'm listening to podcasts, and if it's something that's very relevant to me, as this might be for you, I re-listen to it a couple times, because we often need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. Let me say that again. We often need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. Too often, we don't take knowledge as seriously because we're like, we already know that. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Of course you know that, but you don't take any action on it because your brain doesn't get it yet. Listen to it again and again until it becomes second nature to take action on, right? So hope that works. Because I think one of my biggest pet peeves is people are like, I already know that. I'm like, yeah. Doesn't look like you know it, because if you knew it really, really well, you wouldn't be where you're at. You wouldn't be overweight. Right? You wouldn't be this stuck. So at the end of the day, we are the easiest person to fool, right? You're the easiest person to fool. You will fool yourself into thinking that you already know a lot, and you might not. Okay. So be very careful with that. Now, number 4, your eating habits are catching up with you, right? So in your 20s, your body could handle late night fast food. It could handle weekend binges with the bros and the girls, and it could handle the excess sugar. But after 25, your body processes calories very differently, and that excess food is stored as fat way more easily. Couple that with some hormone imbalances, couple that with slower metabolism, couple that with losing the muscle mass, and we're headed for a disaster. And the belly fat is going to show up faster than you think it will, right? And the crazy thing is, it's not like you build a belly or you get a belly overnight. It's a slow incremental process, and we don't even realize it. And one day you're going to your cousin's wedding and the picture you look really fat. It's like, oh crap, how did I let this happen? right? So I remember Rome wasn't built in a day, but neither was it destroyed in a day. It's all slow, incremental process that actually leads to either progress or decline. So make sure you're on the progress side because naturally you are declining. Your body is declining. So how do we reverse the eating habits? Well, number one, balance your protein, balance your carbs, fats in meals, and avoid the extremes. Don't be that Susie that's like, I'm going to cut out all chocolates. I'm going to cut out all sugar. I'm going to cut out all this. I'm going to cut out. Like, Susie, stop. You've tried that 19 times. It never works. It hasn't worked before. It's not going to work this time, right? Like, so stop. So at the end of the day, learning to balance food is way more important than becoming extreme with it. Number two, cut back on processed foods and certain things, right? So if you focus on more whole, nutrient-dense meals, that will help you so much because then you'll be fuller for longer and you won't crave snacking as much, okay? And then the last one is plan your meals in advance so you can avoid impulsive snacking and overeating. So if you know you're going to go to a party and it's only going to be junk food there, maybe eat your dinner at home. So when you walk into the party, you're already full and you don't need a lot of snacking. Okay. So that's how you can reverse the eating habits that are catching up to you. And then the last one is number 5, which is something I kind of mentioned, number 2, but it's even worth re-explaining, which is muscle loss makes fat gain easier. So as we get older, after 30, average adults lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade. So after 30, we're losing 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade, which means that less muscle that we have, the slower our metabolism, which is making it easier to gain fat, but also muscle is our currency for longevity. So if you want to live longer, you need more muscle, right? And the way I want you to think about it is like, as your muscle mass is declining 3 to 8% every year, your chances of fall, right? These, like, sometimes people fall and they suddenly fall, is getting higher. Less muscle you have, the higher the chance of fall and you not recovering from it. So here's how you reverse it. I want you to strength train at least 2 to 3 times a week, just like I said for number 1. Number 2, I want you to eat at least 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. What does that mean? Well, if you're 150 pounds, I want you to eat anywhere from 130 to 150 grams of protein per day. I know it's not what you are used to, but we need to do it. And if you need my help, that's what I'm here for. I'm going to give you the overall concepts. Unfortunately, I can't dive into the detailed topics on each one. That's why we have one-on-one coaching, because every person is slightly different. And then number 3, I want you to stay consistent because muscle loss is very stoppable. You can actually, even at the age of 30, 40, 50 even, if you get into strength training and you start exercising, you can not only stop the muscle loss, but you can also gain muscle. Okay. That's why I say this so often, that in fat loss and in health, habits matter more than genetics. And I'm somebody that has an undergraduate degree in bioinformatics. We studied genetics very, very much, right? We love genetics and they're very powerful. But in fat loss specifically, your day-to-day habits matter way more than your genetics. So remember that. So now let's summarize it all because I know I threw a lot at you. Actionable takeaways. Number 1, I want you to lift weights, do strength training, resistance training. You can use resistance bands, dumbbells, kettlebells, things like that, even machines at the gym. Lift weights to maintain your metabolism and muscle mass. Number 2, prioritize protein in every meal. Number 3, move more every day. Get in the habit of being active. Number 4, manage your stress and sleep. And if you're struggling to sleep properly now, add some magnesium glycinate, $10 supplement on Amazon. Super helpful across the board. Number 5, eat smarter. Focus on whole foods, fewer processed foods, etc. Okay? Because weight gain after 25 is not inevitable if you know how to fight back. If you train smart, eat well, manage stress, stay active, your future self will thank you. And I know I threw a lot at you and it might be overwhelming. And that's why most people get stressed and they don't take any action. And time after time, weeks go by, months go by, years go by, and their body's naturally declining. And they're like, Mo, I can't seem to get on track. And I'm like, you're missing a coach. I'm telling you, you're missing the support system, right? And that's why if you want a customized exercise plan for us to lay it all out for you, build it around your home gym or whatever you have access to, or if you want to just work out in your room, whatever you got, we'll build you an exercise plan and we'll have videos for you that walks you through step by step. We'll coach you on it, right? We'll even give you a meal plan. We'll tell you what proteins to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, how to make it all work. So not only you can reverse aging, but also not fall prey to this weight gain every year after the age of 25, right? which will not only help you with metabolism, also help you with the overall natural body hormones, but also just make you look better, feel better, fit into your clothes, have more energy, be less lethargic, all the great benefits that come from being healthy. We will customize all of it. So if you want a customized plan for us to do the thinking, and we have over a decade of experience doing this stuff, right? So if you want to stay lean and strong, just DM me, right? DM me on Instagram or on Facebook. You can look me up. It's just Moe, M-O-E, space G as in George, Moe Ghias. G as in George, H as in horse, I as in India, A as in apple, S as in Sam. You can follow me on there. I share a lot of free stuff there. Or yeah, you can just DM me for coaching. We also offer one-on-one coaching. We'll love to help you out with that. We also have a website. You can go to my website, which is twtt.us. It's just short for Training with the Titans, twtt.us. Okay, trainingwiththetitans.us, twtt.us. You can go there, and then we can help customize all of this for you. So then you can stay busy on your career, on your business, on your medical journey as a doctor, nurse, etc. And then we can take care of this side for you. So then every year from this point on, not only are you getting stronger, not only are you retaining your muscle mass, not only are your hormones getting healthier, not only is your metabolism improving, but also you're looking better, you're feeling better, you have more energy, you're running around, you're stronger, all of those things. And I promise you, even research backs this up, where healthy people make 26% more income than unhealthy people. Healthy people make 26% more income than unhealthy people. And there's so much research on this. Right. We were recently doing a corporate wellness project at Training with the Titans, where we're partnering up with big companies that want their employees to have this benefit of having coaches like us. And what we realized was, for every dollar you spend on wellness, you save $3 to $6 on your insurance costs. For every $1 that you spend on wellness, coaches like us, you're going to save $3 to $6 on insurance costs. Because at the end of the day, if we don't take care of this, we don't take care of our health, what's going to happen is we're going to pay the price later. So either you pay for fitness coaching, nutrition coaching now, or you're going to pay the price later on in life with the medical bills. So I hope this helps. Hope this was a great reminder for you. I'm charged up. It's almost 5:30 p.m. on a Saturday recording this. But I think these reminders are very, very important, and we all need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. So yeah, look forward to hearing from you. Give me some feedback. If you like this episode, you don't like it, just message me on Moe Ghias on Instagram, Facebook. Or yeah, if you want to work with us, go check out our website, twtt.us, and you can click on Become a Client, fill out the application. Then you and I can chat one-on-one and then dive deeper. Hope this helps. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for listening to the Healthy Systems podcast. I really appreciate you for tuning in today. Now, here are 2 ways I can help you for free. One, you can join our free Facebook community by just going to this link, bit.ly/Titan Facebook group. Just type that into your browser and then answer 2 questions, and then we'll let you into our Facebook community where you'll meet other people, as well as we have a lot of free resources in terms of meal plans, workouts, all kinds of stuff in there. Second way I can help you for free is if you follow me on Instagram at Moe Ghias, M-O-E, G as in George, H as in horse, I as in India, A as in apple, S as in Sam. Follow me there and then shoot me a message with the word Healthy Systems, and then I'll be sure to send you a free gift. Other than that, keep listening in, and I really appreciate you.